Hey guys, how you going? My name is Dom, and in today's video we're going to be creating a progress bar with animations using HTML and CSS. Okay, so this right here is going to be the finished product. As we can see, it's a decent looking progress bar and it's very easy to create something like this. Okay, so it's also going to feature the ability to update that value using JavaScript. Okay, so for example, if you've got some JavaScript code which is doing some sort of task, you can actually update this value as the task is completed, and I'll be showing you how to do that also. So like I said, it's very easy to create something like this and put it in your own personal projects or websites. Okay, so now let's of course take a look at how to create something like this. Okay, so right here, I've got a new index HTML. So the first step is going to be to head inside the body and create a new div with a class of progress right here. So this div is going to be the main container for the progress bar itself. So inside here, we need two more elements, okay? We need one to represent the actual fill, that solid color, and a second one to represent the actual text, which gets displayed, for example, 25%. Okay, so inside here, let's make a new div with a class of progress __ fill, and that is that one complete. And the second one here, it's going to be a span with a class of progress __ text. And for example, we can just say something like 25% inside there. So now saving this and going inside the browser, we can see we get this right here. So now, let's use CSS to, of course, convert this into a nice looking progress bar. So back inside the HTML, I'm going to go inside the style tag. Now you can, of course, use external style sheets. It's up to you. I'm going to be using the style tag right here. And the first thing to do is going to be to target the progress container right here. So for this one, we can simply set a width of something like 210px. and a height of something like 30px right here. Okay, so now we can also specify a background color, and this will be the main background color for the actual progress bar itself. So for example, we can say background, I'm going to make mine #9c BAB and then 4. You may want to use a dark gray, something like CCC instead. Let's save this, and of course we get something like this in the browser. So of course we can see how that background color works. So now let's add some rounded corners to the progress bar. So going back inside here, let's add a border radius, so border dash radius of something like 5px right here. Let's save this, and now of course we get those rounded corners on all of those. Okay, so now let's move on to the actual progress bar fill. So back inside here, let's target now the class of progress __ fill. So for the fill, it's going to work on percentages. So basically, if the progress bar is 50% full, then this one right here is going to have a width of 50%. And that is how it's going to change its actual value. So for example, we can say width of 50% right here, and a height of also 100%, and a background of, for example, 009579. So saving this right here, we can see the progress bar is now 50% full. Like I said, it's going to work by changing this value. So for example, if I head inside the developer tools right here and I inspect element on the actual progress bar, and I then change the width to be, for example, my mistake, sorry, if we inspect the actual progress fill, the second div right here, and I change the width to be something like, for example, 80%, just like that, we can see now, of course, the progress bar is 80% full. And that is how it's going to work. So let's go back inside here, and we can see that the actual rounded corners have disappeared from the left side. So we can see they're round right here, but on the left side, they are square. So to fix that, we need to simply set an overflow of hidden on the container, because of course the child element right here has overflowed the container. So saving this, we can see now we have the rounded corners back, but unfortunately the actual text is gone. So how do we get the text to display on the right side right here? So to achieve that, let's go back inside here and we can target the progress underscore text class, and we can say right here a position of absolute, and then we can say, for example, a top of 0 and a right of 5px. So this right here is going to allow us to position the actual text itself. So saving this and going back inside the browser will give us this right here. As we can see, unfortunately the text is actually positioned relative to the page itself. So we can see it's in the top right corner, like we specified with the top and right values right here. So how do we make it so the actual text goes in the actual progress bar itself? Okay, so to achieve that, let's go back inside here and set a position of relative on the actual container. This right here does nothing to the container, but it allows us to then position this one right here absolutely relative to the container. So now back inside here is now in the top right corner of the container instead of the actual page. So now to make this go down in the center, it's going to be quite straightforward. Let's simply set a top of 50% and also a transform of translate y, then negative 50%. So this combination right here, top and transform, is going to allow us to, of course, vertically center that text. So now saving this, we can see now, of course, we get the text centered right there. So now we can simply go back inside here and we can change the font and the color. So we can say a font of something like bold, 14px, then quicksand, and then sans serif as the actual fallback. You can use, of course, whatever fonts and styles you want right here. I'm going to set a color of white. Okay, let's save this, and now of course we get this right here. So we are mostly done with the progress bar. As we can see, of course, the 25% is just a dummy value. So let's go back inside here and make this one a 0% by default. And the same goes for the width of the actual progress fill. So let's make that 0 also. So now saving this will give us this right here when the page loads up. So now, how do we change this value dynamically? Now, I want to say, if you are using something like PHP, for example, and you want to make this progress bar by default something different, it's quite straightforward. You would simply go inside here as the page renders, and you can simply use some PHP code to change the style right here to say width something like 40%, just like this, and then of course inside here make this 40. If I save this, and now of course how we can see we get 40% right there. So that is if you're using server-side rendering, for example PHP, you can achieve that. But for many people, you're going to be changing this value dynamically using JavaScript. So how do we achieve that? Let's go back inside here and make this once again back to the default of 0. Okay, so let's head inside the JavaScript right down here. We're going to be creating a function to change that value. So we can say function for update progress bar, and this will take through an actual progress bar container. So we can say progress bar right here as the first parameter, and the second parameter right here is going to be the actual percentage. So for example, we can say value. So now, like I said, it's going to take in a progress bar container. So basically, we're going to be passing through this entire div into this parameter right here. So from within inside here, we can say progress bar. So essentially the top element right here. Then we can say .query selector, and we can say inside here progress underscore fill, or dots. So dot progress underscore fill. So this right here is going to select the first element inside the progress bar with a class of progress underscore fill. And then we can just say dot style dot width and change that width. We can say equals, and then using the backticks next to the actual 1 on your keyboard, so these ones right here, we can say inside a $ and curly brackets, we can say value, then %. So basically, it's going to get your value, whatever you pass through, then add a % right here to assign that width. We can do a very similar thing right down here for the progress __ text class. This one though is going to be .text content to change the actual text content of the span. The same thing's going to happen. It's going to use the value, then a %. So now, if I save this, go inside the browser, and open up the actual dev console right here, I can firstly just get a reference to the actual progress bar itself. So we can say, for example, const p bar, so progress bar, equal to document.query selector. We can say, for example, right inside here, .progress. So of course, right now, if I do this, we can see the p bar right here is equal to the main div. So now, if I say update progress bar, if I call that, pass in p bar, then for example 50, press enter, we can see right there, of course, we get that change width on the progress fill. So right inside here, we get that width right there. And also, of course, that updated text. So that is how that works. Now, the final step here is going to be to actually include the animation. But I do want to do one more thing, and that is to handle situations where we do, for example, something like 65.8812. In this case, with a large number with plenty of decimal places, to essentially avoid this, we can go back inside here and we can say, as the first line, value is equal to math.round, then pass through value. And this right here is of course going to round up your value. Okay, so or round up or round down your value. That is one way to do it. If I save this, go back inside here, and now we can see we get, let's actually reassign that p bar. So we can do that once again. So p bar like that. Then we can say update progress bar, 65.8812, and now of course we get 66 right here, of course giving us that perfect round whole number. Okay, so like I said, the last step here, the last step is going to be to of course include the animation or the transition. So going back inside here, let's just target the progress fill, and we can simply just say a transition for all at 0.2 seconds. So basically it's going to take 0.2 seconds for the width to change the value. So now going back inside here, let's once again call the p bar, and then we can say update progress bar, hit enter, and we can see, get a nice smooth transition when that width changes. Let's do it again. Let's make this something like 100, and we can see right there, of course, we get the nice transition. So that is how to create a progress bar using HTML and CSS. Thanks for watching. I'll be leaving all of the code for this in the description below if you want to download it. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you later.